Hey guys, it's Scott from scottmillerguitar.com and we're back. Hey guys, before we launch into this video and I'll explain, we're going to be doing a really cool 12-part video series. And I think you'll enjoy this and it'll be needed for a lot of guitar students out there. If you haven't gone to the website yet and downloaded your free guitar book, please do so. Just click on the link below, scottmillerguitar.com, and you can get a free guitar book that I wrote for all the YouTubers out there. Hey guys, we launched this video channel merely 5 months ago. It was Thanksgiving of 2013. And I'm shooting this video April 2014, so basically 5 months ago. We've done a ton of songs, and we've, I think, done mostly songs, and there was a couple of videos on parts of the guitar and basically getting started, but the majority has been songs. Just so you guys know, we're going to be doing hundreds and thousands of songs for the rest of this year and years to come. We're not going to stop that. That's proven to be very popular, and you guys enjoy that. But I am getting a lot of emails, and I do appreciate those asking, Scott, can you show more advanced stuff for those, guys and girls who want that stuff? Notes on the neck, intervals, chords, scales, arpeggios, modes. I love that stuff. I love teaching it. And I have a music school in Salt Lake City. And at this time of this recording, I've been teaching, 22 years. And so I see it daily, weekly, monthly, yearly at my school. It's great stuff. And I thought before we get into intervals, chords, scales, modes, and all that, which we will, what's the best place to start? And as I start thinking about it, let's start with notes on the neck. Having taught for a couple of decades, I've noticed that a lot of students barely know the names of the strings on the guitar, the open strings. So we're going to start with that. That's super cool to know. You need to know the notes in music, but you also need to know which strings are open on the guitar. You need to understand that the double dots on the guitar, on your instrument, represents an octave, meaning the same letters as the open strings, but twice as high. We'll discuss that more in a moment. We need to talk about whole steps and half steps, what that means. We need to discuss what natural letters are and sharps and flats. So let's jump right in. This is going to be video 1 in a 12-part series. Why 12? Because there's 12 notes in music. But let me start by first talking about natural notes. When a guitar teacher, guitar player, or really a musician for that matter, refers to natural notes, guys, all they're talking about is the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So out of 26 letters in English, in music, we just use the first 7. And I bet you most of you guys knew that. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Now, do you have to say A natural, B natural? No. They're understood to be naturals. A lot of you guys know chords already. We don't have to say C major, D major, or A dominant 7th, right? C major is understood to be C, and A dominant 7th is understood to be A7, right? So you don't have to say A natural, B natural, C natural. Understand, if you're talking about natural letters, just call them A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So that's one. Let's talk about sharps and flats. You can raise every letter in music up a fret or down a fret. And if you raise a natural, it becomes a sharp. If you lower a natural, it becomes a flat. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's talk about two terms that students often are not clear about: whole steps and half steps. Okay, a whole step is simply 2 frets up or 2 frets down. So it really doesn't matter the letters you're using per se. Like I can do this. I can go to this note and go up 2 frets. And by the way, very important, what is up? Up is towards the sound hole, or on your electric towards the pickups or the bridge, right? So if you're going higher in pitch, you're up the neck. If you're going lower in pitch, you're going down the neck or towards the headstock or towards the nut, right? So again, it doesn't matter what this letter is. We'll cover that in a minute. I'm on the 6th string 5th fret. I'm going to go up a whole step, which means 2 frets up. I'm going to go back to the original. I'm going to go down 2 frets. So here again, whole step up, whole step down. Well, if a whole step is 2 frets, a half step would be 1 fret, right? So I'm going to go back to my original. I'm going to go up 1 fret, known as a half step. I'm going to go down 1 fret, known as a half step. So grand recap, right? Go to the 6th string with me if you would. First finger of the left hand. 6th string 5th fret, go up 2 frets. That's up a whole step. Go back to your original. Okay. Go down 2 frets or down a whole step. Okay. Go back to your original. Let's go up 1 fret, which is a half step up. Go back to your original, and then go down a half step, which is 1 fret below. Does that make sense? Whole steps are 2 frets, half steps are 1 fret. I've actually had students who for some reason believed you can only go up whole steps. I said, no, no, no. You can go up a whole step or down a whole step. You can go up a half step or down a half step. So whole steps 2 frets, half step 1 fret. Okay. This is unique for a lot of students who have never learned music, and they're kind of baffled by this. But in music, most of the letters like A to B, C to D, D to E, F to G, G to A, those are whole steps apart, meaning 2 frets. but there's two pairs of what we call naturally occurring half steps. What does that mean? They're natural letters and they're only 1 fret apart, and you need to memorize these two. B to C is 1 fret. They're not 2 frets like the others. So B to C, and it doesn't matter where I play it, guys, because we're going to learn all the letters in this series. But B to C is 1 fret apart, as is E to F. Okay. So watch this, if you would. If we have 7 letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, 5 pairs like A to B, C to D, D to E, F to G, G to A, those 5 pairs are whole steps apart. Okay, you should memorize that. It might be simpler to say, I'm going to memorize the 2 half steps, and I know the rest are whole steps. The 2 half steps are B to C and E to F. Commit it to memory, and it'll never fail you. Okay, so first things first, let me tell you the system we're going to use. Now, there are notes all on the neck, right? From the open strings until the last fret you have on the guitar. And acoustics usually have less frets than electrics, right? A lot of electrics have 21, 22, up to 24 frets. Okay, so regardless of how many frets you have on the instrument you're playing, whether it's an acoustic, a 12-string, a nylon string, classical, or an electric, I think it's best to memorize the 6 strings open up to the 12th fret. Why are we going to do that? Because, man, look, the majority of the stuff you play will probably be within the first 12 frets. And I found in teaching for all these years that a lot of students probably don't do enough in personal practice, but many students try to do too much and they don't retain any of it. So I'd say we're going to have this system where you're going to be focusing on for the next few weeks or months if you need it, of going from the 6 strings open to the 12th fret, and you master this, and then you learn the notes from the 12th fret and beyond. I should say frets 13 and beyond. So again, just to be clear, we're going to be focusing on the 6 strings open up to the 12th fret only on all 6 strings, and then after you master that, you're going to get the frets 13 and above. Okay? All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let me first give you the notes of the 6 strings open, okay? And then we're going to talk about the 12th frets, and then we're going to take, just in this video, we're going to learn all the A notes. And that's cool, that's pretty easy for you. The next video, all the B's, the next video, the C's, and so you can watch each video and master one note at a time and kind of go at your own pace. So, out of the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, let me ask you a question. Those are the 7 letters. Is there an A string open on the guitar? Many of you know this and some of you don't, but yes, there is. It's the 5th string. Play this with me. The 5th string is open A. Okay? Is there a B string on the guitar? There is. It's string 2, so play that one. Sorry, I failed to mention this for some of you who might not know this. The 1st string on the guitar is the skinniest, the thinnest, the highest. This is string 1, and this is string 6. Sorry for leaving that out. So string order, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it goes high to low. Remember, the 1st string is the farthest away from you. Sorry for forgetting that. Okay, back to the topic at hand. So there is an A letter in music. There's also an A string on the guitar. It's string 5. Okay, there is a B string in music. There's also a B string on the guitar. It's string 2. Guess what, guys? There's multiple C notes on the neck, but there's no... Finish those for you. There's no C string tuned open for you, okay? So there's no string tuned open C. There's just not. Okay, so we had open A, 5th string. 2nd string open is B. No C string. How about the D string? Do you believe there's a D string on the guitar? Yeah, there is. You can tell I'm nodding my head, right? The 4th string open is D. Okay, there's not only one E, there's 2 E's. The 6th string is open E, and the high 1st string is E. So you have 2 E strings, all right? How about the F string? No, just like the C, there's multiple C notes on the neck, but no C string. There's multiple F notes on the guitar, there's no F string, okay? But lastly, is there a G note? Absolutely, it's the 3rd string. So I think the first step for you is to memorize the strings low to high and then high to low. And if you do that, then you learned the 12th fret on the guitar as well, and I'll explain that. So let's do this together. Here's your low 6th string E. 5th string A, 4th string D, 3rd string G, 2nd string B, and 1st string E. Okay, awesome. Guys, let's jump up your guitar. Most guitars have 2 dots representing the 12th fret on the guitar. Okay, so this represents what we call the octave. What is an octave? It's the same note twice as high or twice as low. Now I'm starting with an open string, so we can't go below it, but we're going above it. So this is really cool. If you know it goes E, A, D, G, B, E, it's the same order of the 12th fret. That you should memorize as well. So play the 6th string open E. Go to your 12th fret, that's also E. And again, it doesn't matter which finger you use. I'm just using my first finger. Play the 5th string open A, followed by 12th fret A. 4th string is D, 12th fret is D, 3rd string open G, 12th fret is G. I'm going to say fret, I think I said threat, sorry. 2nd string is B, 12th fret is also B, and 1st string is E, and 12th fret is E. So watch this, E, A, D, G, B, E, E, A, D, G, B, E. That's cool to know. I think that's a solid foundation for you. Okay, so now let's go back to our concept of notes. How far is A to B? You might say, well, it's not one of those half steps. A to B is a whole step. Absolutely. Check this out. A to B, A to B. Anywhere on the guitar, from open to 12 or 13 through beyond, anywhere you have A to B, it's always going to be 2 frets or a whole step. Okay? How about B to C? B to C is always going to be a half step. Okay, how about C to D? Always a whole step. How about D to E? Always a whole step. How about E to F? That's your other and your last naturally occurring half step, right? E to F, F, E to, sounds like Jaws, right? Almost done. How about F to G? It's a whole step. And last but not least, the last, pair of whole steps, or pair of natural notes, I should say. G to A is always a whole step. G to A, G to A, G to A. Okay, so now you have it, guys. The 5 whole steps, A to B, C to D, D to E, F to G, G to A. The 2 naturally occurring half steps, B to C and E to F. Lastly, realize when you have whole steps, like if I go back to this A to B here, you notice there's another fret in between it, right? So what do you call that note? And we're going to get into that in other videos within the series, but remember this, if this is A and this is B, we said you can raise any natural note and it becomes a sharp, and you can lower any natural, it becomes a flat. So watch this, A to A sharp, B to B flat. So between A and B, you have 2 spellings, don't you? This note could be called A sharp or B flat. That's also said to be inharmonic, meaning simply it's 2 spellings for the same sound. A sharp, B flat, C sharp, D flat, D sharp, E flat, F sharp, G flat, and G sharp, A flat. So I think now we've provided a good solid understanding of what you can use in this video and the other 11 for the 12-part series. Let's complete this video by just showing you the A notes. Now guys, here's what I've noticed, and here's what I'd like you to glean from this. There's going to be, from the open 6 strings up to the 12th fret, there'll be 1 of every letter. So if you were to say, how many A notes are there on my low 6-string E? There's 1, if you stay within the first 12 frets. How many F sharp notes? There's 1. How many F notes? There's 1. So any letter in music out of the 12 notes we discussed, there's only 1 from here to here, okay? And again, of course, if you go beyond there, you'll find another one. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to be doing 1 note per string unless the name of that string is, for instance, open A. You're going to have 1 on the 12th fret as well. So watch this. This will be pretty clear. Here's the low E string. From frets, I should say from open to 12, on your E string, how many A notes are there? There's 1 on the 5th fret, if you're remaining within the 12 frets, right? What about the 5th string? Well, it's open A, and you're going to have 12th fret A as well, okay? How many A notes from open to 12 on your D string? There's 1. How about on your G string? There's 1. How about your B string? There's 1. How about your E string? There's 1. Is that clear? There's going to be 1 of every letter from open to 12 on every string unless the name of that string is open, in which case it's going to be open A, for instance, and 12th fret A. Okay, so this video is just on learning the A notes. There's going to be 7 of them, 1 per string, but 2 on the A string. So here we go, guys, the A notes in music, and why not start there, by the way? You master the A note, whether it takes you a day, a week, a month, a year, the rest will fall into place once you know the A, right? So the A note on your 6th string from open to 12 is the 5th fret. So play with me, 6th string, 5th fret, that's your A note. Okay? Go to your 5th string, which is open A, so it's going to be open as well as 12. Okay? Where's your A on the next string? 7th fret. Where's your A on the next string? 2nd fret. whereas the A on the B string or your second string, 10th fret. And then remember, the 6th string and the 1st are the same letter. So if it was 5th fret down here, it's the 5th fret up here, isn't it? So 1st string, 5th fret. Let me quickly now just give you the frets. 6th string, 5th fret. 5th string, open and 12. 4th string, 7, 7th fret. 3rd string, 2nd fret. 2nd string, 10th fret. And then 1st string, 5th fret. Now before we leave this video and go to the next video, let's play these together as whole notes. What I mean, I'm going to strike a note, I'm going to hold it for 4 counts. I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go 1, 2, 3, next. Now this will be a nice little challenge, and you can watch this video as many times as you want, but we're going to go from low to high, and then we're going to reverse it high to low, and that's all you have to do for this video. 7 A notes, open 6th string to the 12th fret. Here are your 4 counts. Let's do it together. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5th fret. Next string is open. Give me the 12 on the same string. Next string is 7. 2 on the next. 10. Give me the 5 on the high. Stay there, guys. Reverse it. Give me 5. 10. 2. 7. 12. Open. And 5. Guys, good times ahead. I'm telling you, learn this, man, it will be so good for you for chords, scales, notes, improvisation, figuring out the stuff you've probably been working on or wanting to figure out for a long time. This is step 1, absolutely. Guys, thanks for tuning in this video. I hope you enjoyed that a lot. And we will see you at video 2, letter B, or the B notes on the neck. See you soon.